Hey, buddy. So, what I'm using this. This is excellent. I didn't talk to you about this, okay? You and I did not set this up, but something we talked about a long time ago for this show that I think you bringing it up is the perfect time to even introduce the idea to our audience. Is that we're talking about putting together an international redneck database. Okay, because think about it. I mean,
it's the first I've heard about this.
Every culture has something that's kind of the equivalent of the typical redneck.
Well, that's what I asked Brian just now. I said, "Can you explain to me what's a redneck? I want to know." Like, because you hear rednecks this, rednecks that. I have my own picture in mind, but like, I need some more information.
Okay, well you understand where the term comes from, correct? It's like if you're a lighter skinned person and you work in the sun a lot, your neck will turn red from being outside.
Hey, that'd be me.
Yeah, okay, it's you know, so just keep that in mind, okay? That's where it's technically what happens, but it's evolved into Jeff Foxworthy, the comedian, right? And, you know, he does all the you might be a redneck if. So it's really kind of a cultural thing, and so it's kind of there's a lot more to it, and so it's not. Having traveled, you and I know, you and I have been a few places. I mean, I've been to like 33 countries or something like that. And I contend that in any culture you go to, I'm sorry, I should probably be looking at this way. Any culture that you go to, there are people that would fit into what would be kind of my definition of what a redneck is. It's a working class person, and they have a little bit of swagger and a little bit of attitude, and I don't know. See, and I'm not trying to say I know what the definition is. That's what I'm saying is that we need to work on this. We need to come up with a good definition of what this is, because, like I said, every culture has people that I think fall into this category one way or another, and so I think it would be really, really interesting to come up with an international database where we start documenting, like, what is the Kyrgyz equivalent of. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally does. Yeah.
Because I don't know how to answer that question, really. I mean, there's probably lots of websites dedicated to this, but I think we should work on our own database, and from an international standpoint. Like Todd, you know, walking right in front of the camera right now, he might be a redneck. Not saying he is. I'm just saying we got to figure that out. We got to work on our database definition. I'm just giving him a hard time. So,
but is it something like lightly insulting when you call people rednecks? Or?
Well, it's interesting because I think it's the person who's saying it and how they're saying it and what the intention is really determines whether or not it's insulting or not.
Because I don't know if you heard me. I was just telling Brian that I went onto this website that I googled. I googled Texas,
right?
Current events or Texas Today or something. And the first thing that popped up said TexasObserver.com or something like that.
Okay.
And there was this article that said people who vote for Trump are not just stupid rednecks.
Okay.
So that was my question. Like, you know, why that article? Like, does it mean that people who vote for Trump are rednecks? Or?
In that particular context, I'm pretty sure redneck was not a compliment. Okay. I mean, that's the tone of what that was saying. But I think it's kind of, there's a lot of different things that in that particular derogatory name, if it's said by another redneck to one, they call them each other that. You see that all the time with different derogatory names. Those people who fall in that category or maybe in that category, using it, and they don't see it as a slam. So, like I said, I don't have a definition. I'm just saying I think it would be interesting for us to develop, make this a project. And over time, when we're talking to people in all these different places, we could start asking them, like for example, I mean, we haven't got a plan yet, but in Kyrgyzstan, are there, I would say most likely less educated. Doesn't mean they're not educated, but less educated and more of a blue collar working, somebody who would be outside that would get a redneck. Is there people fall into that category, or I don't know. Tell me about Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, well, we need to think about it and see what fits in.
Well, it's kind of touchy because, I mean, if you're saying it in a loving, interesting, cultural, I'm trying to understand my world way, we don't want to go around slamming everybody because, like I said, some people, they don't want to be in that category, and you may be describing them perfectly, and they're like, I don't want to be in that database. I mean, it's a fair question, don't you think? Yeah. Well, considering that Kyrgyzstan is not the most tolerant country when you call people names, and I have a coffee shop like in the center of the city. Yeah, you want to be careful. But we could make this like International Redneck Day, and then people who are open, they can come and get a free coffee. Brian's over here stuffing his face, but he's giving me the thumbs up like he really likes this idea.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So he has completed his meal, and I think he's going to come back and finish hosting the show. Hey, Stepan, here's the thing. We're going to ask you, make a commitment. Come over here, buddy. Come over here so we can get in. There we go. Thanks, Jake. He likes to make. So we're gonna. You can't see this. You can see that.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Oh, you meant get in here.
Yeah. No, I meant over there. So.
I don't.
So. You're gonna promise me that we're gonna do this again and again in the future. Okay? Is that cool?
Do what? Do this?
Yeah. Do this.
Yeah. Sure. I love being in my coffee shop 4 a.m.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm
so sorry.
Talking about rednecks. That was.
That's what he meant. We're gonna do that again.
This is why I opened this place, right?
All right.
I'd love to do this again.
Okay, what we're gonna do is figure out how to talk about some stuff that's worth translating into Kyrgyz, so that we can put this up and your locals will watch it. Okay? We need to do that.
Cool.
I gotta go do the board. So Brian's gonna keep talking to you. Thank you.